Folks at home, what's good? We meet again. And this time, you know, we had to do it for the great, the late, the legend, the man that they called Mac Miller. Top 10 greatest songs of all time. First and foremost, rest in peace, Mac Miller. Secondly, I really wanted to make this video for a friend to the channel, I can call him, Jason Lull. He really loved my last top 10 video with Kendrick Lamar. He loved it so much, he had to just leave a comment on the video and just expressing his gratitude. He said, "No one cares about your gay ass opinion." So Jason, this one's for you. Top 10 greatest songs of all time by Mac Miller. Let's go. At number 10, if we gonna start off, we gotta start off right. Best Day Ever. Now this is actually the project that introduced me to Mac Miller. He was having a countdown to his release on his Ustream like a while back, and I was on there watching it, and I downloaded it as soon as he put it up. So this song, of course, is gonna have a special place for me, and that's one reason why it's number 10. Another reason, when I tell you ID Labs was in his bag on this beat, he was in his bag. Like, he did his thing with this jump. And this is before Mac Miller got like super sophisticated and a little more complex with his rhyme schemes and punchlines and delivery and all of that. But nonetheless, it's still a good song. A notable lyric for me in this one, they say I got next, tell them that I got now. It's all Disney, boy, my family proud. Bars. Next one. Number 9, we got Nikes on My Feet. Simple and plain. It's a feel-good song. Makes you feel good. The lyrics are not too complex on this one. They're simple. It's easy to rap along to. And I just love it, to be honest with you. Notable lyrics. And the Nikes on my feet keep my cipher complete. Nike, 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 Nikes. Nah, I'm just playing. For now, we selling tapes out my shoebox. Any spot, just set up my shop. At number 8, we going with my sleeper pick, Outside. I don't care what nobody say. This song is hard. Don't nobody talk about it for real. Nobody mentions it in any of their tops. I love this song. You got to put yourself in the vibe when you listen to this, y'all. Like listen to this. Like, it's about 75 degrees outside, maybe 78. Partly cloudy, but not enough to block the sun. You feel me? You just driving like on a long road trip. You got the convertible, the top down, wind blowing, feel good summer. Come on, bro. How could you not love this jump? Notable lyric for me. Yeah, the sun's shining and I'm feeling right. We could post outside for the night. Number 7, we got Stay off the Divine Feminine. Now, it took me a minute to even get into this whole project in general. Like, I didn't like it my first listen, but the older I got and the older it got, the more it grew on me, and I found myself like humming and rapping the hook on stage. And then when I listened to it again and again, I'm like, okay, this song really bangs. Like, this song is tough. I like it. I love how he flows on the beat on this song. It's really smooth, and I love it. A notable lyric. Okay, now baby, don't you leave my side. Don't even try. I'ma go crazy, girl. You save me, meditate me, give me peace of mind. Number 6, Red Dot Music. Alchemist, he heard what ID Labs was cooking up with Mac. He said, hold my beer. Came out with this jump. This song is the second most song I listened to off this project. I love this song. I'm a big fan of Action Bronson himself. So when I saw that he was a feature, I automatically had to listen to it. I knew it was gonna be a banger, and for sure enough it was. And Action Bronson has this part in the hook that's so ridiculous. I don't know how he even thought of something like that, but it's Bronson, so are we really surprised? No, we're not. That's what he does. And I feel like Macadelic, Mac Miller's previous project, he really started to step his penmanship up a little bit. And then he solidified it here with watching movies with the sound off. He really came with it on his verse. And that's why it's number 6, a notable bar. They looking down, keeping watch till I'm dead. So how'd I get this red dot on my head? Number 5, we're going back to kids. It's really hard not to like this project. Like, are the verses, is his lyrics gonna impress you? Probably not. Are the instrumentals good? Yes. Is it feel good music? Yes. Does it feel like you're about to just pull up to Hershey Park and have a great time? Yes. These are the vibes that you get from this project. And Knock Knock is no different. It's a fun song. The video is fun. It's a lot of people's first introduction to Mac Miller. So if you haven't heard this song yet, I really don't know what you're doing, but you should finish this video first and then search it on YouTube and then go ahead and give it a listen. A notable lyric on this. Don't forget that when I'm wrecking the etiquette for the hell of it, smelling it when the L is that I'm flyer than a pelican. At number 4, we have Self-Care off his last album, Swimming. Now, I remember when he dropped the first song from this project, I believe it was Small Worlds, and I was so happy that he finally dropped something because he went on a long hiatus. Like, he wasn't doing no interviews, no appearances, no nothing. He was just like in the house. So then he dropped this song and the video to this, and it really like gave you a small glimpse into like what he was going through during that whole hiatus and a lot of personal stuff that he was dealing with, and he really puts it into this song, and it's really eerie watching the video to this song now that he unfortunately passed. If you haven't seen the video, I suggest you go on YouTube and watch it for yourself. And a notable lyric for me in this one was when he said, "That Mercedes drove me crazy, I was speeding." Because it's really ironic because he wrote that before that incident that he had with his G-Wagon when he crashed it and he got a DUI. And it's just crazy. You got to be careful with like what you put into the universe, because it may manifest itself. And Mac Miller said that himself afterwards, reflecting on that specific bar. Number 3, we got 100 Grandkids off Good AM. I really don't have too much to say about this song. It's just one of my personal favorites. The video is pretty clever. The second portion of the song, when the beat switches and he starts reflecting on when he first had 100 grand. One of my favorite parts of the whole song. Notable lyric for me is when he took a page out of Jay-Z's book when he said he could sell water to a well. And Mac goes off and says, "I could sell snow to a ski slope, sell evil to the devil, non-believers to a temple. I could sell water to a speedboat." At number 2, we have the song that I listen to the most off watching movies with the sound off, and that's Avian. A few years ago, this would have been my number 1. That's how tough I think this song is. The production, first and foremost, is absolutely beautiful. The verses that Mac Miller has on this song are great. The airy vocals on the hook when he talks about how he can do this in his sleep really brings the song together as a whole. I love this song. A notable lyric for me is when he said he's walking on a tightrope underneath the microscope, but close up we all are just molecules and isotopes. And before I get to my number 1 pick, let me first get some honorable mentions out the way. I did consider Diablo, Come Back to Earth, Kool-Aid and Frozen Pizza, Donald Trump. I did consider all of them for the list. They didn't quite make the cut. And it's okay if your song did not make the cut. Like, who am I for real, you know? Like, we can all have different songs that we enjoy in our top 10. You don't have to get so mad about it. Like this guy right here. He is pissed. There's plenty of Mac Miller songs to go around, alright? We can all have a different list. My list is not gonna look like yours. Alright? So, number 1. 2009, off of his album, Swimming. This is by far my favorite Mac Miller song. The beginning reminded me of Late from Kanye West. And that's what initially caught my attention. And then when I kept listening to the song, I loved it. I loved it even more when he performed it on Tiny Desk. You can interpret this song in so many different ways. The way I interpreted it was the notable lyric when he says it ain't 2009 no more, I know what's behind that door. I took it as, because you know 2009 was before Kids came out. And he said it plenty of times. Kids like changed the whole trajectory of his hip hop career. Like nothing was the same after Kids came out. And I think he's really like reflecting on that. Like, this ain't 2009 no more. Yeah, I know what's behind that door. I know what comes after 2009 and the fame and all of the money. I know what all of that leads to. And I can kind of see how that may allude to the beginning track, Come Back to Earth, when he says, I just need a way out of my head. Because he might have just wanted to like escape all of that for a second. He just wanted a way out. So I really like took the time to dive deep into this specific song. And the more I dive deep and the more interpretations I make of it, the more it solidifies that this is the number one song for me personally that Mac Miller has ever came out with. So there it is, folks at home. The top 10 greatest songs by Mac Miller. Make sure you like, share with your friends, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and comment below your top 10. I'm sure it looks nothing like mine because I'm reminded all the time about my last top 10 that I did of how stupid my list is. And follow me on everything at Jet Major on Twitter and Instagram. And also let me know if you want another top 10 list, interested in what may be on mine or not. And I'll see y'all later.